Well, friends, it's finally here. The first Hot Wheels mail-in of 2024. With it comes a brand new round of Dollar General exclusive recolors and quite a bit of confusion. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at these new cars here. We're going to take a look at the recolors from last year, and then we're going to talk about all the confusion surrounding this mail-in. So let's go ahead and pop into these cars. We're going to be opening each one of them. If you're not familiar with how this works, Hot Wheels does several promotional mail-in cars each year. They coincide with a wave of exclusives from each store. The first one here being Dollar General, obviously. The first one we have is the Honda Super Cub Custom. Might be an unpopular opinion, but I just really don't dig motorcycles as Hot Wheels mainlines. If they want to do a motorcycle line, that's fine, but especially doing store exclusives and things like that, I just don't care for it. As far as this casting goes, it is what it is. There's not a lot to it. To be honest with you, I don't know a lot about this, but if you're into this sort of thing, I suppose you're happy to get another recolor. So, at least there's that. If you enjoy motorcycles, then, hey, this is a good thing for you. Congratulations. On to the next one here, we have the Koenigsegg Panamera in black. Really nice looking casting here. And so, you should be finding these in shippers or side kickers at your local Dollar Generals. Most of them should be getting them by now. I did run into a few over the past few days that have them, I believe, in their storerooms. They just haven't put them out on the floor yet, even though they're supposed to. Everything you see will say that they're supposed to be out by March 10th, but a lot of places they haven't been. And look at this yellow interior. You really can't see in here, like hardly at all, but nice touch on that yellow interior. I really like that. Interested to check out this casting a little bit more. Is that supposed to be like that? I'll be honest with you, I've never really paid attention to this casting much, so I don't know why that has just a little opening on the driver's side and nothing anywhere else, but that's pretty cool. If you're a fan of this car and you know a lot about it, you probably know exactly why that is, but I do not. Either way, really cool casting. Looks very nice in black. Third one we have here, 69 Ford Mustang Boss 302. Of course, we've already had this in the Falcon livery in a blue base. This one just makes it silver, kind of the opposite color scheme. We've had this, what was it, a RX-7 I think that we had in the past couple of years. So, pretty nice casting here. Normally I like the blue base a little bit better. I think this casting kind of lends well to the silver as well though, so not too bad. I do tend to like the blue base livery when they do the Falcon a little bit better, though, than this inverted style. Either way, though, Boss 302, really nice casting. Lacking a little bit of detail on the headlights and taillights, but, it is a mainline overall. But just a really well done job here, and nice wheels. Really like that. Next up, we have the 64 Lincoln Continental. Really enjoyed this casting when it came out. I believe this was a new one last year. Maybe they'd had it before and I just really hadn't picked one up. But they had a nice purple paint scheme. Going with the same styling here, just in green instead of purple. Look at all that metal flake. Look at these gold rims, the stance, the gold grille and bumper. That green interior kind of reminds you of the Impala that we had from the RLC not too long ago. Just a really well done casting. I absolutely love this. I think for the style of car, you couldn't have done a better job. For a mainline, this is superb. Absolutely love what they've done with this. So you can see here we have a pretty nice collection of mainline recolors and a pretty good variety. We have muscle car, we have exotic, we have lowrider, and a motorcycle. So I think the only thing really missing here is what, like a JDM or a truck. So overall, not too bad. So as we get into this, the reason I'm showing the 2023s is because you should be having side kickers at your stores with these cars in them. And it should be, I'll pop up a picture here, but it should have the information for the 2024 mail-in. The thing is, last year I never saw these 2023 recolors in my stores except for the El Camino. Saw a bunch of these when it first came out and then nothing else. So I never was able to pick these up. Now, I know a lot of people were, but it was just kind of odd because normally I don't have any kind of trouble getting the Dollar General exclusives. Where I actually ended up finding these was in the new side kickers and shippers. So I don't know if they just didn't get shipped out last year or what the deal with that, but it's just really weird. And I'm not the only one finding that. I think I've caught a lot of these side kickers by now over the past few days. 1 out of every 4 has the 2023, what is this, D case with these exclusives in it rather than the new one. And if you're interested, the new 2024 is the B case. So let's go ahead and take a look at these since I didn't get to check them out last year. Honestly, I think I might like this set better than the new one. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at them here. This is the ADL Camino. I know a lot of people were excited for this one. It's kind of interesting. You know, I'm not just super thrilled with this casting. I mean, I'm just not a fan of this particular model of this car anyway. I know a lot of people are. A lot of people are excited for it. Inherently, there's nothing wrong with the casting. It's just not one of my favorite cars. But I will say they did a pretty nice job, and I do think that the deco, the styling they did with this, definitely suits the body lines of the car pretty well. So overall, even though I'm not a huge fan of it, I do think they did a really good job here. Looks nice in yellow, so it's a really good job on the recolor. Mazda 787B. I don't know what to say about this casting. Normally, it's just one of those that I would kind of pass by. Even though I think it's a cool car, it's just not something really that I'm into for collecting. But I will say, out of all of these cars that I've seen, I think this is absolutely the best one they've ever done. Hands down. Card art looks great. I think black is just such an excellent choice for this car. Such a well done deco. I mean, it's simple, but the badging is excellent. This gold stripe, it just definitely looks the part. You know, some of the other ones kind of look chintzy, kind of look, I guess, Hot Wheels up. As I can't think of a better term for it. And normally, I realize why they do it, but I don't really like this different color, different style front wheel and rear wheel. And I'm not super crazy about the way they did it here, but like I said, out of all the ones that I have seen, I think I definitely prefer this, and I love at least the coloration on it. Would I like the rear to be in a little bit different style? Yeah, probably to fit the car a little bit better. But still, overall, I think it's a really well done casting. If you're a fan of the car and you haven't picked up this recolor, absolutely need to get it. It's fantastic. Corvette C7 I know a lot of people were really looking forward to this one. And, you know, Corvettes just aren't what they used to be popularity-wise. And I'm a Corvette fan from way back. But I think this color is really the draw to this. And look at the rear end here. Interesting what they did, kind of the white with the taillights. I'm not sure why they did that. But other than that, just a super nice looking casting. This color definitely grabs the attention. Nice wheel choice. Interior on this car looks great. Fantastic. So overall, if you're a Corvette fan, or, you know, even if you're just kind of a casual fan of the Corvette, this is definitely one you want to pick up. Again, probably on this casting, one of the best ones that I've seen. Absolutely love it. Great color. Just a very clean casting overall. And finally, we have the Porsche Panamera Turbo SE Hybrid Sport Turismo. What do we say about this? Honestly, I could kind of care less about the car. It's a nice looking car. I just know nothing about it. It's just kind of, you know, like a, I guess, family car. Obviously, a performance family car. What I really do like about this one is the paint. I think they did an excellent job with the paint here. Front end looks really good. You know, even though I don't know a lot about this car, I think they did do a really good job with the casting. It's super nice. Tail lights look really good here. Just overall, a clean looking car, but this puts me in mind more of something you would see out of Matchbox than Hot Wheels. You know, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm okay with Hot Wheels doing this stuff every once in a while. It's just not one of my favorite types of vehicles, but for what it is, I think they did a really good job. And I really do like this recolor. I think this one probably, you know, speaks to me and says Porsche more than the other colors that we've had in this car. So, really like that. So overall, like I said, between the actual castings themselves, even though they're not some of my favorite, I think the recolors on this, they did an excellent job with, and it definitely adds to the car rather than just kind of being another, you know, color. I think they definitely lend themselves well. And honestly, on this one, kind of so-so. I think the Lincoln definitely does well with the recolor. I think the Panamera looks great in black, even though it's kind of plain Jane. I do think it looks good in black. The other two, I could kind of take it or leave it. And, you know, with this one, obviously, I'm just not a super huge fan of the casting. But with this one, I really like the casting. I just don't think this is the best looking version of this car, even though it's nice. So let me know in the comments, which one is your favorite? 2023 Recolors, 2024 Recolors? So let's go ahead and take a closer look at each one of these castings while we talk a little bit more about the mystery surrounding this mail-in. So one thing that had happened is, you know, obviously a lot of times they put these side kickers and shippers out early. They're supposed to have them out by March 10th this year. And so what always gets me about that is the promotion usually starts a day or two after the shippers start hitting some of the stores. So people are buying these cars a lot of times and not realizing that it's not going to count toward the mail-in, which kind of stinks. The other end of that spectrum is a lot of places don't get the shippers or the information until the promotion's already over, which also stinks because a lot of people, if you don't follow it and don't know to be trying to get some of this stuff, you're not going to be eligible for the mail-in. Now, the good thing is you can usually get the mail-ins fairly inexpensively off of eBay, although this one might be an exception. But, you know, considering that you're going to have to drive around and find these cars and pay for them, pay for shipping and all that, sometimes you are better off just buying the mail-in outright. So I usually don't have a problem doing that, although you got to expect that one or two of them is probably going to be high, especially while they're popular. So people were scanning the QR codes here trying to get this, and the order form wasn't available, so people could not actually begin the process of getting their mail-in car. They could buy these cars, but there was no order form to be able to send in with them. That has since been fixed. I checked it right before I started the video, and it is now available on the Mattel Creations website. So if you've been waiting on that, go ahead and go back and check it. If you have not done it before and you need a guide, you can check out this video we did last year. It's basically the same, only a different car. And I will be doing an updated guide here in a few days as soon as I get a chance. So be on the lookout for that as well. Appreciate y'all watching this video. If you enjoy this review, please be sure to check out these other videos that YouTube thinks you might like. Hope y'all have some good luck if you're looking for this mail-in. And as always, happy hunting, y'all.